Welcome, everybody. To Jesus, is it my turn? Is it? Thank you for tuning in with me. This is your girl, Nita Rose. I am live and ready. Tune in to my podcast. Today is going to be a great conversation, and I want to thank you to everyone that's tuning in. If you wherever you're tuning in from, whether you're tuning on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. Thank you for tuning in with me tonight. It's going to be a great conversation um, where I'm going to just be speaking on a few topics that um, are dear and near to my heart. And I was trying to do this the perfect way because I'm such a neat freak and whatever. But I'm not going to do that. Hold on. I had to get a sip of water. But thank you to everyone tuning in. Today has been a revival day, and in New York City right now, it's been raining all day, and it's been my type of weather actually. It's been on the cold side, on the cold front, but I feel like the rain symbolizes um just like a quarantine, a restart, a re. It just symbolizes like you know a restart, like I said, a restart, just like it symbolizes a new start to, um, just to life. When it rains, the water goes into the soil, and everything that was, you know, dried up, and everything that was, you know, it's just now doable. It's movable. It's you know able to function, so to speak. And um I just love rain. I love the way it just creates okay, hold on. But yeah, I love the fact that with rain it's a chance to start over. It's a chance to start something new again. It shows that God has mercy and that his mercy was from the beginning. And it shows that humanity is not lost all the way because it always gets a chance to restart, to replenish, to restore, to rebuild itself, to everything that has a life force has a chance to rebuild, has a chance to do it again, has a chance to become new again and fresh again and vibrant. And if you see everything that goes on in nature where trees grow and then the leaves fall and the leaves go into the soil and it goes back into regenerating more leaves and more fruit, and it's like a cycle, right? The water keeps on running, the stream keeps on streaming, the river keeps on flowing. You understand? Like everything is still moving, everything has a motion. So that's to tell us that if we're living through Christ, And we're living with him, we're walking with him, we're replenished every day, we're renewed every day. We are reborn every day. We are baptized every day. Like, we are vindicated every single day. And so the word reminds us, the word revives us. It helps us to redefine who we are. You understand? Because sometimes there are some parts of us that are dead that need to be restored. There's some moments in your life, or so some things in your life that have made you numb to pain, or numb to emotions, numb to the calling, numb to um going, to just being, and you need to be revived. The spirit body, the Christian body, has to be awoken again, awakened, because there was a spirit that caused us to die out, and it was very quick. This, I want to be famous, I want to be the star, I want to be the one everyone looks at, and everybody's posting my pictures and liking my photos. And I think that's what got in the way of the humility. It got in the way of the healing. It got in the way of the restoration. It got in the heel of the worship. It got in the and it got in the way of the praise for God. The glory that was being on us, we were reaping the benefits of the glory, but not giving it back to the Lord. Like, he deserves the glory. Everything he gives us, we're supposed to give it back. And I realized that life gives everything back to God. The trees bow on their own. They don't have to be told to. Animals bow when they eat. They don't have to be told to. Everything bows. Everything understands and obeys God. They obey God. They obey God's way. But we don't. We have made we have made a stand and say, we're not gonna follow what you're saying, God, because it's not in what I want for my life. And that's the wrong approach. Because the thing about it is, you can go as far as you want to without him. You can go as far as you need to, as far as you want to without him, but you're gonna be stagnant. You're gonna be stuck. And I don't want that for you. I don't want a life where I'm stuck in a place where I should have outgrown, because it's something that I'm still not able to understand, or maybe there's a lesson that I still haven't learned, because I'm in that space right now. I'm still in my mom's house. I'm still in the living room, and I'm still not understanding what God is teaching me. Maybe he's teaching me to to go push through, or just to not give up. Or maybe he's teaching me to be patient. Maybe he's still teaching me about my anger. You know, there's so many lessons that I'm learning here. Learning to be grateful for what I have, not what is not here. Because for a while, the areas of my room were pretty much not a room. I was not, I didn't make this space my home. I made it a place where, um, I made it a place where it wasn't a home, but it was a place where I just slept. For a long time, it became a space where I just laid my head. It was not really mine. And when I came back When I came back from Ghana, I had that attitude, and I was really ready to move on with my life. And then I realized that, like, that's not what God wanted for me at that time. Because had I moved out and went into my own way, I probably would have learned the lessons that I needed to even be on my own. I had to be so tired of this place and so tired of the ideas, the conversations. I had to be so tired of this that when I leave, I don't ever look back. And I literally allow myself to live my life. I woke up this morning in the first, it's funny, but like, I woke up this morning and I opened my Bible without the light being on. And the first thing I saw was enjoy life, written in the word. Enjoy life, not have fun. There's a difference. Having fun without the Lord or having fun is misconstrued. Okay? But enjoying life, that's different. When you enjoy life, Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. So you're enjoying life. You're enjoying Jesus and the blessings he brings to your life and the renewal of your mind and the soundness of your mind. You're enjoying the fruits of his labor. You're enjoying the fact that you don't have to go. He's doing it for you. He's helping you how to fish. He's teaching you a new verse, teaching you a new prayer. He's teaching you a new covenant. He's keeping the promises that he has for you because you are willingly and openly going to him, enjoying life. And I realized in my life, I don't enjoy my life. I kind of live vicariously through other people, and that's dangerous because that's how we get idol worship, where we live through these celebrities and live through these movies and TV screens, and we see how they're living, and so we want to be that, and we fantasize about marriage, we fantasize about having kids, we fantasize about having businesses and money and all these things because we're not enjoying Jesus. We're enjoying what looks like Jesus, what looks like Christianity, but not what is Christianity. What is Christianity is stripping yourself of temptation, of condemning yourself when you're wrong, is going to the Lord for your mercies. You know, what is Christian is dive, diving yourself into the word. Today, I had a vision of me just floating in a river, floating, and I'm realizing right now that water symbolizes the word. It's the word of God. It is God. So the first thing he did was he hovered over the waters. He hovers over his spirit hovers over the waters. And we know that water reflects whatever it sees. So that means the water is God. So the water had to part because the water obeys God. The water had to be still because of God, because God was coming. The world, the earth had to stop because God was there. Because everything that is here is Him. Everything that you see, everything, the birds, the trees, the animals, everything, the ice, the rain, the sun, the moon, the stars, everything is God. No, it's not the universe. It's God. It's Jesus. See, the thing that people don't realize is that God when he was creating the world, what am I trying to say? He is God. Jesus was there the whole time. And when we think that he wasn't, we're not paying attention. We're not seeing it. That he was there the whole time. The difference, the only thing that people are getting tripped up about is the name of Jesus, but not who he was before he came down. Okay, yeah. But I had a vision that I was floating in the water, and I've had this feeling of like just running and splashing into water. I've had this ongoing like dream of like just running and jumping into water. And every time I see somebody at a beach or I see somebody on vacation and they are like being splashed with water, and I'm like, I want to be there. And I don't know what that's saying, but it's like I want to jump and I just want to jump into the Lord's arms. I do, but it's always something that leaves me. It's always something that like stops me from doing it, and I don't know what that is. I really don't know. I don't know what makes me not give my all when I want to. Like I want to, but it's I'm not allowing myself to be free, and I don't know why. And I must say that I'm disappointed because like God placed me in the hands of people that were supposed to teach me that, and they didn't. And I experienced something so horrific from people that I thought were God's people, and they are. But I realized that also, I had to, I had to do some soul searching on my own and really ask myself, like, what is it that keeps me away from God? What is that thing that keeps me like, what is it? Because I've given everything. I've given everything. I've given up everything. And you're still trying to figure it out. Like, what is it? What is God still needing from me? Because I'm willing to go. I'm willing to teach. I'm willing to sing. I'm willing to be a part of it. That's where I belong. Like nobody could tell me that I don't belong in the pulpit. Nobody can't tell me that I don't belong in like that's my life's purpose. It's to speak of the word. It's to pray and worship with God's people. But a lot of times I'm in the room and I'm not. I'm invisible. A lot of times I'm in the room and I feel ostracized or I feel not included. And it always feels like your opinion doesn't matter because it's not biblical. It's not directly from the word. But John 1:1 tells us that God is the word. God is the word. And I'm going to God for my questions because he is the word. Everything here is the word. You are the word. You are the walking word. You are the living word. Water is the word. The way the sun rises is the word. The way the moon falls is the word. The way the horizons, the way the waves move is the word. The way the trees generate is the word. The way the flowers grow is the word. The way they bloom is the word. The way spring comes and winter comes and summer comes is the word. God spoke it. He spoke it. And it was good. When was it not good? When was it not good to ask God about everything He created? Why are we sitting here being limited to the knowledge that we can have access to if we just go to God for it? Ezekiel went to God because he wanted to know, he wanted to see. Elijah was able to bring rain to a drought. To a drought. One day I tried it. I said, God, I want you to rain. I want it to rain louder. I want you to rain louder. I want you to show me that you are God by the sound of my voice. And every octave I sing, may the rain heavier. Because I knew he was listening. I sang. At every octave I sang, the rain got louder and louder and louder and louder and louder. And I said, okay, that's it. We are in tuned. We are so in sync that everything I say, everything I do is from Him. I abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I reside in the bosom of the Almighty. I know my placement. And I know there's no limit to my flow. There's no limit to where God takes me. He has no limit. God never put chains on us. He never say we don't go, we don't have to go. But he said when you go, just make sure I'm with you before you go. When you go into those spaces, may I tell me first. Tell me first. Because when God is with you and you're in these spaces, He is first of all protecting you. He he doesn't limit us. We limit ourselves. We don't want to talk to the homeless man because we look down on him. Not because God said don't talk to him. We don't want to give to someone who's hungry because we're stingy. We're greedy by nature. We want for ourselves before we want for someone else. When you're eating at night today, just remind yourself there's someone who hasn't eaten. There's a child, there's a mom, there's a father, there's families that are having trouble getting food on the table. When you're in your bed sleeping, just remind yourself someone didn't sleep today. Or someone had to sleep in the shelter today. Someone had to go and lay in a park somewhere. It's raining right now in New York City, and there are people who don't even have shelter. They had to go and sleep wherever they could. That they don't have. They don't. It's no room available, or they have to travel far to somewhere like Queens or Long Island, or even go somewhere to California. Ouch. So many things that we fail to see. and we fail to understand Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. And on the way, Jesus is showing you all the people that need to know him. On the way, he shows you the ones who are on drugs. He shows you the ones who are smelling of alcohol. He shows you prostitution. He shows you these things not to judge them, but to pray for them, but to give them a word if he tells you to give them a word. Repeat what I just hear what I just said. If he tells you to give them a word, even if it's on your heart to give them a word, give them a word. There's been many times where I could have given somebody a word and I didn't. I walked past them. On the way, on the journey, he shows us all these things because we don't see it. We think that Christianity is in a full built house story that has a cross on it. That's not the way. That's not what he's showing us. He's showing us all the iniquity that is on the earth that are not being saved because they don't know who Christ is. Either they heard about him or they don't even want to know him or they don't even know about him. You know, some of them are so engulfed in the spirit that's on them is so wrapped up on them that they're not even themselves anymore. I saw a picture of myself, you know, when I came back from Ghana and how depression changes you. It makes you look different. How stress makes you look different. And I didn't realize how much it has taken off of me. Like, I look older. And I said to myself, well, you're only 30 years old. Like, this is a conversation I'm having with myself today. Like, I'm only 30 years old. And I'm over here with so much like nervousness, so much like pride and stubbornness. I'm dealing with so much like animosity and all these things that are aging me. Like sin is aging me. And I don't want that for my life. I want to be liberated. I want to be free of all of it. Sin is not good. It ages you. It makes you look like you're 100 years old when you're only 20. And we laugh. But I love y'all guys. I just wanted to see, but thank you for listening. I didn't see this. Thanks for listening. Until next time.